Crime problems, but a mortgage ain't one.
The Subaru Outback, or...
Hey everybody! I can't tell you how happy I am that I keep selling out of my sticker batches. I keep ordering more, and you guys keep ordering more. So, I have to keep buying stamps and envelopes and throwing them in the mail for you. And this is the third batch going in the mail right now. Thanks for all your patience, everyone. I'm now caught up on the sticker batches. I'm now caught up on the orders. So if you haven't gotten it yet, thanks for your patience. And quite a few of you have done multiple orders and reordered stickers. So that's awesome. I sent out the first batch about 2 weeks ago. Second batch went out last week, and the third batch is going out now. So any of you still waiting, you'll have them in a few days. Those of you who want to order, link is below, justincredible.net. The FU sticker is actually catching up to the Keep on Rockin' the Free World sticker in popularity. I noticed that almost the same amount of orders for each one are coming through now. That's awesome. So here's the thing, guys, send me your pictures. A lot of you on the Facebook page have been sending me pictures of the stickers on your rides. Everything from cars to camper vans to RVs to a skateboard, one gentleman did. So send me your stickers for sure, and I'm going to put them together and show it off later on. All right. I had a question on my last Q&A video. I don't remember who it was, but look, they're actually doing a story about tiny houses in Vancouver. Funny, eh? Weird timing. Anyways, it was about what size and type of inverter I use. I'm actually going to try to find the person right now. There it is. Transit Shroom says, I need some help, Just Incredible. I would love to know what brand of inverter you use for your solar. I just bought 4 6-volt deep cycle batteries. I'm getting overwhelmed by all the different brands and finding different types like sine wave. All I need to run my rig is a mini fridge, the portable AC, the house lights, and sometimes the juicer, 815 watts. Jesus, do you really need a juicer? What other little things do you use to hook it up? Can you really go though it? I guess you meant without it. I'm sure other people would love to know. Help me please so I can get on the road again. Well, here's the answer, bud. I don't use anything that needs to be inverted. That's my #1 rule. Everything is 12 volt. All my lights are 12 volt, so certainly wouldn't want to use an inverter to power a light bulb. They're all 12 volt LEDs. I can have all the lights on in this rig all at the same time, and they use about as much power as like 2 of the original bulbs used. The old incandescents are garbage. The TV, it's LED. This thing is using at the most 15 watts. That depends on the brightness I've got, whether I'm using the DVD player. I mean, it's just on TV right now. It's getting an HD TV broadcast from my Winegard antenna on the back window. Thanks, Line Screw. By the way, I got the antenna, and I've got perfect HD picture on 12 to 14 stations, depending on where I park, so it's pretty awesome. Anyways, all of my appliances, everything is 12 volt. I certainly don't own a blender. I don't own anything that needs to be run on 110. The only thing that I have in here really is the microwave and the AC. Both of those are designed to run off the generator or when you're plugged in. I have no desire to really use either off batteries because I almost never use either of them. I think I used the AC once last year, and that was while waiting in line for a music festival, and it was over 40 degrees. It was so hot, everybody was dying, and so rolled out the awning outside for people and turned on the AC inside while we were waiting in line. But that was the only time. Otherwise, I'm always parked in the shade. I don't need to, I always look for shade, obviously. Park, I don't need to worry about it. It was hot, but again, that's the only time I turned it on last year, other than to just test it out a couple of times. The microwave I've used 2-3 times, maybe. I'd actually probably going to get rid of it. I don't want it. I might get rid of the generator completely, so I don't have to have anything that's any reason to carry the generator. If I don't have to run the microwave, then I won't need the generator. And the AC, again, it's It's not a priority for me. You can run the AC off deep cycle batteries. A lot of people have done that. They've got big enough battery banks to run the AC off of it. Theoretically, you would only need the AC when it's really hot and sunny, and for some reason you have no shade around, so you're parked in the middle of the open sun, which means you'd have all the solar power you would need to run your AC. You wouldn't be running it. You wouldn't be running it other times for the most part. Maybe way down south, but I'm not there, nor do I plan or want to live down there, so I'm not worried about it. I don't have anything else that plugs into 110 except my laptop, and so the only inverter I have is just a little portable 300 watt regular inverter. It's not even a sine wave. I don't need anything more than that. And I have no reason to invest into a sine wave or a big 3,000 watt inverter because I have nothing that I would actually use it for. And I'm trying to keep it that way. I have no reason to have that. So I know you can get 12 volt adapters for laptops, so I could theoretically get rid of my inverter completely. I use the inverter every 2 or 3 days to charge my laptop. That's it. So I think really you got to look at your priorities and go, do you really need that item? Like, to me, when I'm moving into a motorhome and I'm going to live off the grid, the last thing I'm thinking is my juicer or a toaster or something like that. You don't need those things. When you're living in a house or an apartment and you have free power, well, almost free, when you have electricity, you don't have to worry about that sort of thing. I guess those things would be conveniences, but when you live without them, you learn to not miss them at all. I don't miss having the things I had in my apartment, and even though I have a microwave staring me in the face here, I still don't have a desire to use it. Even if I was plugged in, I'm rarely going to use my microwave. I hate microwaves, to be honest. I use my stove for everything. Now, so that being said, if you absolutely think you have to have some sort of equipment that runs on 110, and you're asking me about inverter advice, all I'm going to say is buy yourself a sine wave inverter. They're just better on electronics. For a lot of basic stuff, like let's say you don't have a 12 volt TV and you get a 110 TV, you can get away with a regular inverter. You don't need a sine wave inverter. Some of the really old model TVs, there was some interference. You get some buzzing on the screen and sometimes in your speakers, but I've never seen that being a problem with all of current inverters, including the non-sine wave inverters. But if you're going to run a lot of sensitive equipment, you want a sine wave. So just look online, buddy. Just look at Amazon, eBay, read the reviews. A lot of them are made in the same place, just like a lot of other things are, like light bulbs. For example, Canadian Tire sells a couple of brands. They're in-house brands of inverters. They're actually manufactured by the same manufacturers that make the same inverter for many other companies and outlets in the US and Canada under different brand names. So quite often they're all made in the same damn place anyways. But I'd recommend a sine wave inverter though if you're going to invest in something heavy duty. Myself, all I cared about was a $30, $40 cheap inverter I could use just to plug in my laptop once in a while. And that's it. So that's my philosophy on it. If it needs to be plugged into 110, I can live without it. And in fact, I'm probably better off without it. All right? So that's the way I look at it. Keep on rocking in the free world. Cheers.
Keep on rocking in the free world. Yeah.
Freedom is sexy. JustIncredible.tv.
Stick up for freedom. Get your Keep on Rockin' in the Free World sticker now at justincredible.net.